People often fixate on what someone is doing: drinking, gambling, cutting, binging, or zoning out. But the more useful question is, what does this behavior do for them? In other words, what function does it serve in their nervous system? When you shift focus from the label to the function, the logic behind illogical behaviors comes into focus. Here are some common survival behaviors and their functions. 1. Alcohol and drugs. These are for numbness and escape. Alcohol and drugs are used for numbness and escape. Substances turn down the volume on fear, anger, grief, or memories that feel unbearable. They can also provide stimulation when someone feels collapsed and disconnected. When emotions feel too big, panic, grief, shame, or rage, the body reaches for ways to shut it all off. Alcohol, opioids, binge eating, or endless scrolling can quiet the storm. For a few minutes, the nervous system gets a break from its overdrive. The price comes later, but in the moment, numbness feels like survival. 2. Eating disorders. Binge eating, purging, or restricting. Eating disorders serve the purpose of control and regulation. Binging floods the brain with comfort chemicals. Purging or restricting offers a sense of mastery over a chaotic body or environment. Food becomes a way to regulate overwhelming feelings when words aren't enough. Trauma often erases predictability. Life feels random, unsafe, and unmanageable. Compulsions like restricting food, counting calories, overworking, or rigid routines provide the illusion of order and control. The behavior may look harsh, but inside it brings structure to a body that remembers what it's like to have none. Number 3. Self-harm. The purpose of self-harm is grounding and release. Pain brings the person out of emotional numbness and dissociation. Blood, bruises, or scars provide visible proof of inner pain. The brain releases endorphins in response, offering temporary calm. Number 4. Gambling, porn, sex, risky behaviors. These are for stimulation and belonging. Adrenaline and dopamine create a high energy state, pulling the nervous system out of collapse. Risky or compulsive sex can also mimic intimacy and soothe loneliness, even if it leaves emptiness afterward. For survivors stuck in collapse or emotional numbness, the problem isn't too much, it's too little. The body feels flat, disconnected, or frozen. High-intensity behaviors like gambling, risky sex, fast driving, or self-harm deliver a surge of adrenaline or endorphins that kickstart the system. Chaos feels better than emptiness. 5. Overwork, perfectionism, or rage scrolling. The purpose of this is control and distraction. Being constantly busy or locked into screens numbs internal chaos. Productivity or rage gives the illusion of control when life feels unpredictable. 6. Toxic relationships. The purpose of this is familiarity and connection. If chaos, abuse, or neglect was the norm growing up, unstable partners or friendships can feel like home. The nervous system confuses familiarity with safety.